see. Oh, boy. YouTube is, what is tonight? Monday? Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. Isn't it? I guess it's Wednesday, right? Tomorrow's Thursday, right? We're going to have a little cocktail party in the apartment here tonight, or tomorrow, because my wife, Wendy Smiley, is feeling a little better. She had to sleep with her face down for about 2 weeks, and she got finally out of that, and she doesn't see yet, but I guess it's on its way, and she'll start seeing a little bit soon. Good evening, everybody. Hello, Matthew. Love. How do I find be chosen for a mortgage rent grant for March? Okay, the rent grants are the 20th, right? So we just stop that. So it usually takes about 2 weeks to process that. So on the 20th of the month, we give out $20,000 for rent and mortgages and utilities. Okay, and then the next one is on the 30th, we give out free laptop computers on the 30th. So every month we do that. And the big one is on the 4th, when we give out free, we give out $40,000 that you could spend anything on. So you get $500 or $1,000. You could spend anything you want. But you just put a sentence what you're going to spend it on. And it also, you can spend it for other people. You can help other people. You can use our grant to, somebody else that's needier than you, to give it to them. And that's nice to do. It's always nice to help other people. What is the website for non-members? Non-members website is trylesco.com. Trylesco.com. But also you're on YouTube, I put a lot of reports in the description too. So a lot of stuff is really a good start. Like this one, you're going to have a lot of places to start and look through the last couple of videos and look in the description on YouTube. And I got a lot of good stuff in there. Amber, oh no, and Megan, there you are. Oh, so it came through, Megan, thank you. I'm so sorry, I think when I do so many things, I don't do them as well. I have to take more time as I get older and do things, and I can't do 15 things at once very well. I used to like to do this, but I said, well, I got to slow down, and that's okay. It's just different. That's why every age to me is just different. And sure, you can't do what you did, and I can't throw a baseball as fast as I could when I'm 25, but it's different now, and I can appreciate different things about life instead of just getting bigger, faster, stronger, or whatever like that. Yeah, that's part of life at sometimes, but also there's more, life's more interesting than just a few things to do forever. For your answering question, super Matthew Love. Hi, Anik. Answering my question, yeah. Is there money for starting a photography business? Yes, there's money for starting any kind of business, but if you want to start a business, you don't ask for money. I know it sounds stupid, you want it, and they know you want it, so you don't even have to ask. But there's so many parts of starting a business than money. What you have to do is think through what you need the money for, and if there's a market and things like that, and you have to do that process first. And there's a lot of free help to help you do that. How do you apply for the $40,000 grant? The grant, we give away a total of $40,000 into that grant, but it's in $500 or $1,000. And the deadline for that is the 4th of every month. So the 4th of every month, we give $1,000. On the 15th of the month, we give $15,000 for car repair. The 20th of the month, we give $20,000 for mortgage, rent, and utilities. On the 30th of the month, we give 25 free computers. Okay, but we're really more interested in having you apply to government program, and they give out a shitload more money than I ever give out. I'm really surprised, and I'm really proud that we do that we give money to people. This is what we do with our profit. So if we don't make any profit, then we won't be giving that much out, or it has to go up and down depending on the profit we do. But I just feel that's the way to do it. The people need it. I'm learning that my brain I'm learning that my brain thinks. I'm 27 and my body thinks I'm an idiot these days. Now, I think you scolded me for me calling myself an idiot, and there you are calling yourself an idiot. Well, we're all idiots, to tell you the truth. Are there grants for musicians who perform and need assistance for living expenses? Yes, and there's a lot of nonprofit organizations that do that. If you go to, not Indeed, oh gosh, there's get the Let's Go Meta report, and in there you look. There's a section on arts and artists, and every program. There's a lot of accumulated programs for arts and artists, and we have a ask for research help. Tell me you're an artist and looking for help. And the other thing too is no matter who you are, there's money for living expenses. If you go to item number 3 in the Meta Grant report, Sorry has the grant, and Les Paul Mary Ford, Sonny has a grant. Oh, you're talking to somebody else, Megan. That's nice. Yeah, and Megan is helping people just like Michelle and others that are members to show you how they did it. Because I feel that you could learn more from someone like Charity, Michelle, and Megan and Amber. Are you going to do this? Are you doing it or not? Because how they did it. Because that is probably more helpful to see how somebody like you, I mean, they didn't do this before, and then they just figured out how to do it, and it's not as bad as they thought. Maybe it was a little harder than they thought because you believed in my marketing or my enthusiasm in marketing. I never say it's easy. I try to imply that or something just to encourage you to do it. And it is for some people, but not everybody. And the problem with that is I hope it discourages people because it may be hard and they're going to stop, and you can't stop. That's the only sin in all this is stopping. I want a grant for a food truck. Yes, and that's anybody wants to start. If you're not a member, if you're a member if you want to start any kind of business with a food truck, a brothel, or anything you want. And actually, the government did finance a brothel, and actually the person that gave money for that went out of business, and so they were auctioning it off. They owned a brothel. The government did. So that was interesting. So Amber, are you helping now? I forget. I can't keep up on everything. And names I'm terrible with. But if you're not a member, go to sba.gov/local assistance. sba.gov. Oh, nice, Amber. Thank you. I thought your name was familiar. So, woman who was working with us for about a year, and I forgot her name, and she yelled at me. Yeah, I just feel like there's a hole in the back of my head. Things fall out. And I look back there and see all the stuff I couldn't remember because it fell out and got down there somewhere. How do I become a member? Oh, I love that question. Let'sGoHelp.com, Dean. LESKOHELP.com. Any grants for home repairs? Yes, we have a special report. In the Let's Go report is actually item number 8 in the Let's Go Meta report. But if you're not a member, then start by going to findhelp.org and put in your zip code and then put home repair. And you'll start seeing a lot of things for home repair, okay, that are there. Any grants for medical devices or aids for the elderly? Yes, there's a lot of stuff for that. If you go, like I say, there's a lot in the Let's Go Meta grant, but I see you're on YouTube. So what you want to do is go to Needy, NEEDY, and then MEDS.org, needymeds.org, and start looking they have a lot of grants for nonprofit organizations that help you. Also, they have a state-by-state listing of grants for people with all the money programs for every state, and you want to see there, because really you want to call your state office of disabilities if you don't have this, or go to findhelp.org and put in disabilities, and you'll see many nonprofit organizations that help people who have disabilities to get the equipment they need and things like that. Now, the whole thing about all this is that you have to call people, you have to wait on hold, and if you don't do that, you won't get any. Okay, so you don't have a half a day to kill. That's okay. You do a little bit. You do a little bit today, you make a phone call or two and see what you get. Okay, take some notes, put those notes down, and our training sessions do that. They teach you a lot of that, because then you come back the next day and you spend another 20-30 minutes on it and doing that. I mean, that's all. It's just that what we want to do, that because it's easier, we don't have to think, is just start putting grants into Google and going around in circles for the next 12 months. You don't want to do that. That's not going to help. You're just going to keep doing that and get nowhere. So be a little more methodical. Thanks, Matt, from another Kensington Navy. Wow, yes. We have wonderful renters up in the house now in Kensington. But I'm downtown in Annis Morgan, and I take a walk for about 6-7 miles every day. So you see me around town walking. And when it's nice weather out, a lot of people smile at me. When it's not nice weather out, they just have their face down and they don't see anything in front of them. And that's what's so nice about the clothes I wear. It makes people smile. I go out there and people treat me nicer. They don't know what idiot I am. All they see the clothes and makes them smile. That's good enough for me. Let me take some things here. I did a little video about an hour or two ago on medical bills, and there's some good links in there. So if you're not a member, go back and see that, because in the description I have the links that are really good there. One is called the No Surprises Act, and there's an 800 number in there. If you get a bill, a medical bill, oh shit, I didn't know I owed all that money, you call this number. And you see, because they're not supposed to do that, but they still do that. Also, there's a place to find out about your hospital bill. You don't have to pay your hospital bill. The hospital is giving you bills when they should not be doing that, because particularly non-profit hospitals, which most hospitals are nonprofit, and or maybe half or more, it depends. And then some are nonprofit because at the state level they have to give people, see, they have to give certain people, they can't give them a bill, is what it boils down to. And they try to forget that and not do that. And they send bills out, they send lawyers out, they do everything from people who are legally should not be billed, okay? But the hospital is too busy to even figure that out, so they don't. So you have to figure that out for them. You could, if they have counselors there, if not, then you go to your Attorney General's office. Your state Attorney General enforces that to make sure that you don't have to pay if you don't have to. And it usually is something like, 60, 70, 80% of the median income, which could be $70,000 or more. It's not going to be $100,000, but if you're, in that range somewhere, find out if you're eligible for, and just don't take one answer. You have to get another answer. So that's get your hospital care free, called charity care, okay? So they have to give free care, okay? Also, here's a wonderful organization. Go to this website called PAN, P-A-N, foundation.org. PAN, P-A-N, foundation.org. I'd make you super famous in Argentina. We'd like, oh, that's awfully nice. I don't know anything about programs in Argentina. Argentina sounds like a wonderful country, but I'd love to know more, but I just know government programs in the States. So panfoundation.org. Now with that, as a nonprofit organization that work with your copay, work with the debt you have, and it's all free. These are experts who know how to beat the system, and they'll help you for free. It's wonderful. And then the other one is Needy Meds, Needymeds. Go there for you're looking for dental care, health care, mental care, or whatever. Okay, now let's get down to some of the things I have here. Businesses. Okay, there's a report that came out that I have the link in the description that shows you how much grants that businesses are getting from the state and local government. Now, this study by a bunch of eggheads or whatever, they got $37 billion that states and governments and state and local governments are giving to businesses. Why? Because they do it so your business is successful and creates jobs. So if they have more businesses and growing businesses, you'll create more jobs, and more jobs mean more taxes, and more taxes mean the government could spend more and have a better life for all of us, okay? So that's why they do it. And they give lots of money sometimes. Like I think Amazon got like $1 billion for their business to move to the city. So even you starting a business, see, you're creating a job for yourself. So they don't have to worry about you going on welfare and things like this because you're creating jobs. So it's easier for them to give you $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 to get that because you may be requiring a lot more money for the next 20 years if you don't have a place to earn money yourself. So they now see creating a business, even unemployment. You could collect unemployment and not look for a job, but start a business. And that varies by state too. But see, it is. So that's right. The government gives so much money, and the best place to start is local. And then plus that you have people locally that help you think through how to get all that money and what's a good business to do and how to structure it. You don't, and see, to get the money, you have to know what's there and then match what you have to what's there. You can't just say, well, I want to marry a millionaire, and you go out and look for a millionaire, you want to find a nice person. and you have to see what's out there and what's logical for what you want to do and how to make that. Because maybe you have to change your thing a little bit and their thing a little bit to make it fit together. And that's how people get the money, because they're getting, just from businesses from local and state governments, $37 billion. Okay, here, now this is interesting. In Michigan, they need people in mental health care, therapists, people who are case managers, social workers, counselors, behavioral analysts, things like that. Now, what they say they'll do now, they're going to pay you up to $30,000 for your education. Okay, I mean $300,000, not 30, $300,000. So I guess it'll go up that high if maybe you want to be a psychiatrist, But even if you don't want to be an MD or something, a psychiatrist, so you just want to be a social worker or a psychologist, counselor, therapist, that's available. They'll pay all your student loans up to $300,000. Wow, that's a big figure. We had a member was sharing her story how she got paid. She got forgiven $205,000 for her student loans. I forgot to ask her what she did. What is the link for student loans? Teresa, yes, you have to do this. Teresa's asking the link, studentaid.gov, and it's in, Teresa, also in the beginning of this chat up here, I have a copy of the Let's Go Meta grant report. I almost forget the Meta. But studentaid.gov, and you want to look for two different tabs there. One is forgiveness programs, and the other one is income-driven payments on loans, repayment programs. That is a very important program, okay? That's the way, the one who got 200, I know, she was paying $370 a month, and in the income-driven payment program, she got it down to $22. So she was saving $350 a month now, just by making a phone call. And you get in that program, then it disappears even if you don't pay it all after 10 or 20 years or something like that. So if you're only paying $20 a month and you owe $30,000, $40,000, it's going to take you longer than 20 years to pay that off. So, but it'll be gone, all but gone. And I know so many people, I see them, the members or whatever, you know, they're 60, 70 years old, they're still paying off the goddamn student loans. You know, so, you know, Biden did a whole lot on that, and he's doing more every day. He's trying to get those voters. Don't forget, this is how they do it. So make sure you do that. Studentaid.gov. Please, please, please. Okay, here's another one. Cannabis in California. Okay, to start a business. Now, this is for low-income entrepreneurs. What they do is they started a Cannabis Equity Business Academy. Equity means like they're trying to make, you know, I think the illegal cannabis industry was mostly low-income people. And so when they're going to make it legal, they want to get low-income people to take advantage of this program. So there's a lot of incentives for low-income people to get into the cannabis business, you know, because they're the ones that have been affected by it a lot more than more middle-class and upper-class people. So that's why this is a free program. The Cannabis Equity Business Academy. This is in California, so if you're not there. But there's something like that everywhere. And I just read one, there's something like that in New Jersey. And any place that has cannabis for sale. Find out what they're in, because they all have some kind of things that's set aside for low income. And they also have money, they have grants, they have training, and legal help, because it's going to be regulated, and so you got to know the legal nonsense, and so they'll do that too. Okay, so that's available in California. Rental deposit. Now this is interesting. You may pay the rent, but the guy comes up and say, "Oh no, you need a deposit of $2,000." I don't have that. Okay, this is a program that gives you a rental deposit up to $2,000 in a rental deposit. That's right. You don't know what to ask for those kinds of things. Living expenses. You know, there's dozens and dozens and dozens of them. A good place to start always is still good tomorrow. Planning on about 10:30 if that were okay. No, I have a contractor coming in. We're hanging some things in the lobby for springtime. There's a wonderful lady who lived in the building here, who was an artist and made these. She just handmade these like plastic birds that were going to hang around the ceiling in the lobby downstairs. And so I had to get a contractor to put the whole. Anyway, it was fun, and it'll be a nice thing for everybody to make people smile. I mean, that's what I think we have a responsibility to do, is make other people's life a little happier and better, or to alleviate their pain or something like that. And that's really important, I think. And that's all I want to do for the rest of my life. Unless I get bored or get beat up and I get pissed off again and angry at the world. You never know. Yeah. It's always a crapshoot every day. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So just take advantage of the one you got now and try to give as much as you can. How is that chair? My chair? Actually, this is dirty so quickly. I don't know. I don't like this chair so much. I haven't had it very long because we just redid this apartment probably within a year. Okay, now here, businesses. Here's another, okay, Colorado. What they did in Colorado is they found 2 nonprofit organizations that they give $370,000 to, okay? They, in turn, give it to small businesses. See, that's why you're going to the government or whatever. You can't, you know, there's too many different ways the government gives out the money. So you can't say the money is given out this way. It's given out different all over. Every program is different. What they do, okay, so you have $372,000 given out. And what they want to do is give out this money to 12 businesses to use the money for upgrade or purchase new equipment in their business, to increase efficiency, to improve their property, and in some cases offset relocation costs to respond to financial concerns or disasters, whatever that means. Well, here's the names of the businesses that got them. It's interesting to me. One is called A Fresh Move. Phillips 109. I don't know. Sounds like a road. Yeah, Route 109. Yeah. Leave it at your door. That's the name of that bit. Lux Daiquiri Lounge. Oh, that sounds like a fun place. The Lighthouse Early Child Care and Education Corporation. So all these got $20,000 or $30,000 or more to do that. Viva Marketing Consultant. So they're a consultant working out of their bedroom. They got the money. An art gallery, Bosky Studio. I don't know what he does, but he does something in the studio. Lady Fingers Letterpress, Yobel. Don't know what that is. Shugas, Shuga''. Now that must be a restaurant or something like that, right? So that's how the money goes. I mean, it's different all over. You can't say you're looking for money for your business. It's at the SBA or it's all. No. All those are single items, and there's probably 30, 40, 50 more, where you live. So you can't just look one place. Oh, they don't have it. It's not. No. It doesn't work that way. It's sort of the same way about job. You think, oh, I'm going to look for a job. And the place you thought you could get a job said no. That doesn't mean you stop and don't look for a job. No. You go look at it. And then you go, the only thing wrong to do is nothing. You have to keep doing something, okay? Because that will lead to something else that you didn't even know about. And that's how things happen. But that's my experience. Everybody has different experiences in their life. City gives free training on April 3rd to help apply for the small business grants. Now, this is a city in West Virginia, and what they're doing is having the government officials are putting on a free live meeting, because they're trying to help local businesses and to tell them about all the programs that are available to start or expand a business. Okay, so anybody says all the programs, it's never all the programs, but that's a good place to start. Like me, I don't have all the programs, but I only have about 10, 20,000, I think. And it's still not all of them. And so, but if somebody organizes it and gets you over the hump to learn more, and then you grow on that. I mean, that's how you learn. You learn a little bit, and a lot of that stuff may or may not be useful, but there's some that may be, and then you take that and you grow on something more. And I learned more about how our mind works like that, how we learn things when I had kids and trying to help them learn stuff, and what the science is about that. And the more you have in the head, the more you could build on that. Other stuff. That's why it's important to read and get information or whatever. And that's why the problem is we're using Google for a source of information. Most of that is just trying to sell you. That's not information. That's sales and marketing. And so you have to get out there away from that and start talking to the real people who are in the business of helping people like you do what they want to do. Because you could go, and you see them. You want to get rent, you go to findhelp.org and put in rent in your zip code. And my zip code, there's 78 organizations that help people with rent. They're the people you want to talk to. Don't go to Google and get 5 billion people who want to say they could help you with rent. No, that is a complete waste of time. Maybe you get lucky, but don't ever do that. Just find the people whose businesses it is where you live to help people with rent problems. Okay, they do that 24 hours a day. That's who you want to talk to, not somebody who's trying to get money out of your pocket into their pocket. Okay, and these people who help people get rent or whatever it is don't want any money from you. They've already been paid. So the best thing about them is it's unbiased, because everybody who's trying to sell you something, of course, their stuff is the best, right? And they should think that. But you don't know enough to deal with that yet. At least if you don't know enough. That's why you have to stay away until you start learning it enough. Then you could find the good and bad and the ugly and know how to avoid them. Otherwise, the people are too smart and too slick in getting you to part with your money. They think about how to do that 24 hours a day. Yeah, and you're not prepared. I'm not. I mean, they've been suckering me a lot of my life too. Okay, where we are. Okay, down payment. Okay, yeah, $10,000 down payment, and down payment plus for home buyers. Yes, and this is in Illinois and Wisconsin, and it's through the Federal Home Loan Bank Board. And that's a great office for getting grants. It's a bank, but it's a government bank. So that means it's subsidized by government taxpayers and everything. And it's a banker's bank. So it's complicated, but it's not if you understand what it is. But you go to Federal Home Loan Bank Board, and I got the links in there, and you see, and they give money to local banks. They give grant money to local banks to give grants to you. Chase will never give a grant to you. But Federal Home Loan Bank Board has government money to give Chase grants to give to you. And it's usually not Chase, but other banks. But most banks don't give grants unless they're getting it from somewhere else that they can do that. So you have to know the difference, know when to hold them, know when to fold them. So that's a good place. And they also have a lot of money now. They have repair money in there, Federal Home Loan Bank Board. They have business money, whatever. Okay. Here's another one in Delaware. $10,000 to fix up your business, interior or exterior. How do you like that? Interior, exterior. Fix up your business. There's all kinds of stuff. Let me take a few questions here. Members, where are you, members? Teresa, hi, Teresa. I just got approved for help for a heat bill. Oh, thank you, Teresa. See, $1,100. Okay, member Teresa, she just got approved for help for her heating bill of $1,100 over the winter. Okay, the winter's almost over, so that's why a lot of these people, and that's probably the Low Income Energy Assistance Program. So if you go, most of them, if you go to findhelp.org, you'll find that, and you put in heating bills, because that's going to be over soon, because then it's going to be cooling bills. See, this is a national program where the grants are given out locally, and they're given out a certain amount for heating bills, and then it goes into cooling bills. But what's interesting about that too is they have emergency money, no matter what, year-round emergency money. So that means if my heater or my air conditioning broke down, so I need a new thing. Well, that you can get up to $10,000 in that one, for heating and cooling, monthly bills. It's usually just a few $1,000s, but this for getting equipment, and that's in the same program. So that's what's sort of interesting. Hey, guys are great. Amber, you bet, James. Let us know when you want to help like them. Teresa, will that repayment program work for parent plus loans? My daughter defaulted. She has a costume designer. Oh, wow. Now unemployed. Okay. Well, you're still, I'm not sure, I forget, but go to, and don't trust me no matter what I said, you got to talk to the people who give out the money, okay? Because you may have to take that and turn it into a government loan, and then you get it all okayed. But the main thing to do, what I would do, is call studentaid.gov, okay? And like I say, whatever it does, wait on the phone so you get for sure. And if for some reason that all screws up and you can't do that, then you call your senator or your congressman's office and say, hey, I gotta fix this. Whatever. Okay, so first thing, you call studentaid.gov. For some reason, you waited for a half hour, nothing happened, and you did it again, and you really got pissed off. Don't just leave. You go somewhere else, and you go to commoncause.org, You go to commoncause.org, put in your zip code, and find your local elected official, and on the national level, because this is a national program. And that's in, download the Meta Grant Report. It's in there, and call them. Let's see, what else? No question. Nobody has questions. Oh, nobody questions. Robert. I need to change my credit card on my membership. Teresa, yes, okay, please. And send an email to Magic Mary, and she's at letsgohelp@gmail.com. So you email letsgohelp@gmail.com, and attention Magic Mary, and tell her that, so we could get that straight. Because we just got a new processor. I mean, we had terrible trouble the last couple of weeks. Is that our processor, which processes credit cards, which is that's the lifeblood of our business, they said they don't like me anymore. It was not very definitive. Just for some reason, people are so anti-government. Maybe there's 100 reasons why people don't like me over the years, but that's fine. I fought it hard, and because it's such a pain in the ass, and it has been a pain in the ass. So you're going to see a different thing on your credit card now. I was going to call Matthew Lesko, I think is what will show up on the bill, and I hope you understand that's us. But any problems you have with that, you got to change the number or anything. You want to go to find help. No, not find help. letsgohelp@gmail.com, and ask for Magic Mary and tell her what you need. Okay. Let's see. What was the website of starting a business? Yeah, Robert. It was item number 5 in the Meta Grant Report is what you want for starting a business. Or you just go to, if you're not a member, go to sba.gov and then / and then local-assistance, sba.gov / local-assistance. Okay, let's see. Matthew, there was a video for getting a scam. There was a video for getting the scam second loans on mortgages released or canceled. Do you recall that? I'm sorry, I don't know. There's a lot of scammers out. You should just ignore it. If you need anything like that, make an appointment with a HUD financial counselor. They're free. So it's about your mortgage and home and things like that. These people are free, and so make sure you know what you're talking about, because I wouldn't. And there's so many different ways. So you get on sure footing instead of just guessing what everything is. So you go to hud.gov/counseling. hud.gov/counseling. Make an appointment, and you don't have to be a member to do that. But do that. So you talk to somebody in the who knows about stuff like that. Okay, food trucks are getting financed in Los Angeles County by a match grant. Ooh, wonderful. Could you send me the link, Megan? That'd be great. Huh? Yeah, we could have somebody on YouTube wanted finance for a food truck. And see, they have that. A lot of places have that. And Megan said there's a program like that in California, and particularly Los Angeles County. I'm mentioning his experience. I'm getting the link for the Let's Go Meta Grant Report in a few moments. Okay, Amber, thank you. Are there grants for musicians? Yeah, okay, we got it. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to close it out. My voice is getting low. Listen, I appreciate every one of you, and I am so grateful that you give me a place to pour my heart out and to try to help as many people I can. I know I can't help everybody, and I know it doesn't work for everybody, but I think if you get enough encouragement, you'll find a way to help yourself. And I think that's why I'm really interested in having more people like Amber and Charity and all these people that really help people. We need some men out there. See, women do all the real work in this country that's so important and human, and the guys want to play football, I guess. I mean, who takes care of all our kids? Usually women. Who takes care of our seniors? Usually women. I remember I was helping a guy who was just trying to get out of jail, and I had to go to the counseling service to be prepared on what to do when he gets out of jail. It was all women. I was only the guy there. You know, all the stuff that's really about the real life stuff, you know, women are, and we don't pay them much. Terrible. That's why I have a scholarship up in community college here, and it's just for single moms. I go, that's a real, boy, if we don't have those people take care of their kids, man, we're in real trouble. So thank you for helping me grow my heart. I think that's what it is. And you do that by, I don't know what you do, but you do it very well. Thank you.